Good day, everyone. This video is going to go over the basic functionality of our handhelds and the software that we use for handing out citations on campus. So the very first thing, we're going to turn the phone on, swipe up to open up the menu. You can see down here there's a little star icon. This is going to be the application that we use for citations. So you can go ahead and click on that. Very first thing you see is the login screen. So it's going to have our name at the top, Las Positas College. Your username is going to be your badge, and then your password will be emailed to you. A couple things down here. So you have your settings and a sync option. Setting goes into just the basic information regarding the software, so you don't have to worry about this. And then there's a sync feature down here, which you can use if you'd like to, but anytime that you log off of the software, once you're done issuing citations, it automatically does a sync for you, so you don't have to really worry about that too much. Once you input your badge number and your password, you're going to go ahead and click login, and this will take you to your dashboard. A couple things we'll go over here on the dashboard. So you have your these three lines right here. This is going to be your menu option. We'll go over that in a second. Let you know that you're currently on the dashboard. You have a microphone, a printer, and a question mark. Please take note that with the printer, if you see a red exclamation mark around the printer, that means that the printer is not synced to the phone and you will not be able to print out citations. So please take note of that and make sure that with the printer, it always looks how it is here, just a white printer. With the question mark button, you have the ability to do a quick walkthrough, which to do just a quick recap, basically what we're doing with this video right now. Or you can look up keywords if you're not sure how to do something or a specific word. You can go in the wiki and look it up. On the dashboard itself, you have action items and stats. So today, just for this video only, I haven't done any citations today, but you can see that there's 0 vehicles that have been chalked, no citations that have been issued. And today it's stating that I walked with this device about 1/4 mile. And then a little graph, bar graph down here, just letting you know how many citations you've issued. Action items will show up whenever you chalk a vehicle. For example, once you chalk a vehicle, a little message will show up here saying that the 30 minutes is expired and this vehicle is ready to be issued. That'll show up in your action items. Going down into the menu, we'll go over each one of these real quick. So you have who you are logged in. You have a little figure here with a gear. If you click that, you can change the theme, which I believe is just colors. You can pick different colors if you want to go that. We already went through dashboard, so we'll click on issue here. You'll notice that dashboard now states issue. And these are the things that you have to do to perform issuing a citation. So up at the top, it'll list your citation number that you're currently performing. You need to input vehicle license info. So this is going to be the license plate and the state of the license plate. Location. This is going to be a drop-down menu. So if you click on that, you can actually select different locations. That's a drop-down menu. Vehicle information. These are all going to be drop-down menus as well. So you'll have the vehicle make, the type, and the color. For type, it's just 3 options. You have 2-door, 4-door, or motorcycle. And then color, obviously we have different colors that you can choose from. Next thing is going to be your violation. This is also a drop-down menu, so if you select that, it has all of our board-approved citations that we can issue. And then once you select a certain citation, so for example, parking by permit, once you select that, I'll go over that in a minute. Once you select that, it'll go over the total fine. And each one of these will change. The fine will change based on whatever citation you're issuing. Okay, so once you select a type of violation, You also want to take some images with those, and these images will be printed on the citation itself, so the offender will know that we have documentation and proof that this citation is valid. It may require more than one photo depending on the type of violation that you're doing, so just be aware of that. So you might have to take more than one photo depending on the type of violation. Notes, you can add selected notes that if you'd like to input any kind of notes for the citation itself. There's a little checkbox down here. It says print notes on ticket. I highly recommend that you do not do this. You can add notes in here for the hearing officer to review, but I recommend you leave the print notes on ticket just unselected. If they have any type of issues and want to contest the citation, they can go ahead and see a hearing officer, and any justification that they feel they're entitled to, they can go through the hearing officer with that. Once you have all this completed, you would go ahead and just hit print and issue, and this would be printed out on the actual printer that you're carrying around with you. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just hit cancel because this is just for demonstration purposes. So if I hit cancel a ticket, it just says, you sure you want to cancel this process? Hit yes, takes you back to the dashboard. Next thing we're going to go over is going to be with the iMeter. We don't have this feature. iMeter is for if you have pay-as-you-go kiosks, which we do not have, so we are not taking advantage of this feature. So you don't have to worry about iMeter. iChalk, so this is going to be when you chalk a vehicle. So once you hit iChalk, obviously there's nothing that we've chalked yet for this video for demonstration purposes. There's nothing in here. To chalk a new video though, your vehicle, you're going to go down to this add vehicle plus sign down here, and it'll actually show you down here how many chalks you're looking at. So 0 of 0 chalks right now. So, but to add a new one, you can click that. You can take a photo of the vehicle. Once you take the photo will show up here. We don't use spaces, so you don't have to worry about that. You can enter the license plate, enter the location. Again, it's a drop-down menu. You can select the tire that you are chalking, and then you can select the valve stem on that tire to move. So if you hold down here, you can see that it kind of shows up different numbers of where the current valve stem is at. Once you're finished with that, you would just hit finish. If you have another vehicle that you're chalking, you could hit next. Moving on, we have iPermit. So iPermit is manually entering a license plate in. So for example, if I'm entering 1 Sam 234, do a quick check, no results found. It's asking with this results, maybe it's parked in 30 minutes, you can chalk it, or for whatever reason, if you want to issue a ticket, you can issue the ticket. Okay. Next thing we have is a ALPR. So this technology is just like the license plate scanners that we have on the vehicle. So you basically use the camera, place the license plate within this white box right here, take a quick photo, and it'll digitally scan it, bring it up, ask you if the license plate photo matches what it provides to you. And then from there, you'll be able to issue a citation. And then it'll take you basically back to the issue section with the license plate already inputted. This is just kind of a quicker feature, so you don't have to manually input license plate numbers. You can just take a quick photo of it. A couple things up here, it'll let you know once you take a photo of a license plate whether it's been chalked. Again, we're not using iMeter, so a red X will come over the iMeter because we're not using that. If it's in our permit system, it'll show up here. So it will, if someone has registered with our permit system, it'll be a green check mark. And if they have not registered with our permit system and they're in violation, it'll have a red X. The scofflaw is for information that is inputted into our devices manually. almost like a be on the lookout. So if we have a violation and someone inputted a be on the lookout, it'll show up as the scofflaw. Okay, moving on. Hits is going to be for when you're driving the vehicle. Any vehicles that are in violation would be transferred from the vehicle to the device so that you can issue a citation. And those would show up under hits. And basically what it'll look like, it'll have a little bubble here with a license plate and then a brief description after the bubble. Okay, and the very last thing we have is lookup. And this is kind of the same thing as the question mark. It just adds any up safety news that if you're interested in that, you can look at. And that concludes this video.